Hey good people, welcome back to Monique's Book List. So I am here to do a update, if you will, on a video I did a long time ago called Read for Less. I will put a link to it right here somewhere, or here, it will be somewhere, or I might just, it'll be somewhere. Anyway, this is just kind of like an up-to-date on just that content. Now, I'm not going to go in the weeds like I did last time. I think I gave too much information. I kind of sounded like a teacher. So I'm going to do my best not to sound like a teacher. And I've also kind of focused my content on reading platforms that people are predominantly on who are paying for these platforms. So I'm going to try to put a video here where you can see that there's tons of different reading apps out there. There are tons. They all kind of work the same. They basically are they're basically created off the same platform as the most famous one, or the biggest one, which I consider to be Audible. Audible is you get a credit and you get a book. So there's a lot of them that's like that, but yeah, you'll see, like, you can just go on if you have iPhone, you can go on the App Store, and if you have Android, they probably have the same apps in that device too. So I'm kind of focusing on the areas where people predominantly read consistently when you pay for books, and those are Amazon Prime reading, Kindle Unlimited, Scribd, and of course Audible. Now, Audible kind of is a part of Amazon Prime reading, or Prime reading, and also Kindle Unlimited. They kind of tie up together, which form this mega reading opportunity for you. But I just want to kind of give you some gist on kind of the lowdown on all of this. So I'm going to try to put somewhere on these pages like how you get all these things. It will probably be a pic somewhere around here. So Prime reading, if you have Prime with Amazon, it comes along with that service, and I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome, and I think they have like over 10,000 or 1,000 books you can just read for free. Now, these probably won't be the latest. They may be like 2 or 3 years older books, but you can still read them. And some of them even come with narration, which is a free narration. You don't actually have to buy the audio book. You just read it. You can just listen to it as you're reading the book. Now, the Prime reading works the same way as Kindle Unlimited. It is a checkout system. You can only check out 10 books, and you have to check them back in. You don't get to keep them like you do if you actually use the Audible. So if you use Audible, yeah, it's technically included if you have Prime. So I say take advantage of it. Again, look into the narration. If you're like me, I like listening to books. So yeah, it's technically, I wouldn't say it's free, it's included. And then you have Kindle Unlimited, of course. Everyone knows about Kindle Unlimited. It is, I think it's either $9.99 or $13.99. I don't know for sure. I will try to find the price and put it here. But it has, I think it said like millions of books. Now the books there are more up to date, and I shouldn't say more up to date. You can get new releases in Kindle Unlimited. The thing I like about Kindle Unlimited though is you can also get indie authors there, and I love that, like Ashley Nicole, which I talked about in my romance overload wrap up. I like the fact that you can get those books there and read them, and it's not just romance, it's any type of book. It's mystery. I've read mystery books, I've read nonfiction. So yes, if you like reading on an ebook, then I say it's a great service. Not only that, if you have Alexa will read the books to you. And if you have an actual Kindle itself, the Kindle will read it. Now, it is not a person. It is a very static, robotic automation reading it to you. So it may lose some of the luster for you, but I like it. I enjoy it. Even when I'm reading, I like the fact that I have a bunch of books on the Kindle, and I can just turn the pages and not carry a bunch of books around. I am not a huge fan of physical books. After I found Audible, I just was like, I don't need it. So then let's get to Audible. Audible is, of course, everyone knows how it gets down. I'm going to talk about this. They do have the new service called the Plus Catalog. And the Plus Catalog is now attached to all of their services. They have a $7.95 service, which, you still get a limited number of books. Like there's books that will be there that aren't necessarily new with the newest books. Like you're not going to get the books that were just released, but you are still getting very, very up-to-date books. You're getting books that have been released in the last couple of years, and you can still borrow those books like you would if you were using Scribd or Kindle or even Prime. And you also get their free podcast, or not free podcast. You get their podcast. You also get their included or their exclusive content. You'll get to download that and listen to it too. So yeah, I think that if you are looking for a lending service, that's an option. But if you actually want to buy books and keep them, like an audiobook, then they have the one credit service, which is $14.99 plus tax. And it also includes the Plus Catalog, which of course is the same thing. You can download any external books outside of your one book that you buy. And you guys know how that service works. So then we have Scribd, or AKA Scribd, which I've been calling that forever. So when I signed up for the service, it was $8.99 plus tax. I believe it now is $9.99 plus tax. And I think it is the thing about Scribd that people hate the most is that it is technically unlimited reading for a month for that price. However, if you have books saved to your saved list, you can only read so many. Like you can't read a whole bunch. Like it will cut you off. It will tell you that the book is not available until after your next payment. So yeah, and there's no rhyme or reason. So and the reason why I say that is because 1 month I'm positive I read 7 books. I'm positive I read and or listened to 7 books on Scribd before my next payment. This month I was only able to listen to 2 before it was like, yeah, you gotta wait to the 14th before we'll let you listen to any more books. So the 14th isn't that far away, and I have all these other services to listen to, so I'm not pissed. And again, 2 books, I'm listening to 2 books for $8.99 plus tax. Why would I complain about that? So I'm not complaining about that. So Scribd is it's a little weird, and then you kind of have to cheat the system if you want to read a lot of books and not be put on hold. You have to not save the book to your phone or to your desktop. You just have to just go in your history and find the book and then listen to it that way, and then you can keep listening to books and books and books. But I save them. I go ahead and save them. The thing is, if I want to read the book, if I want to listen to a book or read a book, that's the book I start with. I don't save it and go, I'll get to it later in the month. No. If I know I want to read it this month, I start with that book. I don't have a problem with that. I would do it. Would I go with Scribd over Kindle Unlimited? Yes. Kindle Unlimited is cool, but it's not it's no audiobook option. The audiobook option is Audible. So yeah, there's no narration with Kindle Unlimited. The narration only comes with Amazon, with the Prime reading. And yeah, so I would go with Scribd. If I didn't have a lot of money and I wanted to read good content and read the newest and latest books, I would go with Scribd over Kindle Unlimited. And again, I don't believe the books that they're going to be offering with the $7.95 plan. I would go with Scribd because you're going to get the latest books and you're going to have an option to listen/read to them and not pay a lot, right? If you're comparing it to the base program of Audible at $7.95, I don't believe Audible is going to have the latest books in there for you to listen to when they're going to try to sell them to you also at $14.95 or higher, right? So yeah, I would go with Scribd. Again, you have to be very aware of the fact that there's going to be times you're going to be like, do I actually get to listen to more than 2 books, or do I actually get to listen to just 2 books a month? That's my only warning. And with that being said, I am tired. I'm gonna get off here, get these edited, and I want to say thank you for listening to me. Next time you see me, hopefully it will be with my Halloween wrap up. And yeah, I think for the month of November and December, I will have what are they called? TBRs, but they would be very specific TBRs. Like for the month of November, it will be nonfiction, my nonfiction TBR. And then for the month of December, it will be my Christmas TBR, the Christmas books I'm going to read. So yeah, and then we will just have wrap ups, of course. So until then, I'm going to say bye for now.